Hello, welcome back to NORCO. I feel like there was something I was going to address at the start, but I can't remember what it was. Either way. Let's see, where were we? On the highway. Million. So now what? Erica said Blake was headed to Floodgate Tavern. We should gather all the information we can there. Okay, we're off to see our brother. And the monkey stares at you, you stare at the monkey. Very good. Home times discount. And the Floodgate Tavern. Floodgate Tavern. Many shield workers gather here after their shifts. It's Private Detective Brett LeBlanc sitting at the end of the bar. He's an unpredictable character, but we may benefit from speaking to him. Why are you looking at me like that? Still got chili on my face? Okay, let's have a look. Wasted guy. A man lays face down by the bar, surrounded by empty bottles. Why are you touching my podner? This where he come to relax. The LCD pulse of the evening news makes pale shadows across the bar. An image of a man with a long grey beard hangs over the news anchor's shoulder. Another pipeline explosion has left residents of Lower St. Charles Parish shaken. Shield officials have determined that the source of the explosion was due to a botched attempt by oil pirates to divert the flow of oil into a stolen barge. A man familiar to local law enforcement, known only as Lucky, was among the pirates. He is believed to be hiding in the Batcher Woods along the east bank between Kenner and Laplace. The place. Residents are asked to call Crime Stoppers with any information. That's the guy I was talking to before. Is that an elf on the shelf? Okay, LeBlanc, Keith, Gus. But none of them are our brother. Evening folks, can I get something started? You know Blake Mudairy? Yeah, I know Blake. He hasn't come round in weeks, not since he ripped me off. Which I could say it was the first time. Blake ripped you off? I let him catch some sleep rider here behind the bar after last call, and wouldn't you know it, the boy walked off with the register. That's not ripping you off, that's just straight up theft. I knew he'd been getting himself all messed up on drugs, was trying to give the kid a chance, gave him some chores around the place. Done with him now. Done with him. Someone said Blake came by here last night. Nah, he'd be a fool to show up here after what he did. Good for now. Thanks. Alright, LeBlanc. Sit here long enough and you never know who might pass through. Hey Gus, look at this dynamic duo. Not sure I've seen these two around before today. Sure, Gus. That filthy one right there. That's Kate Madeire's oldest. Other one's her robot. You pulling my leg. That's Kay? Blue's baby? Come on now. I worked with the turnarounds with Blue. Good man. Great man. Had some stories, him. How come his kids came out like they did? Look how this one's dressed. Looked to me like she headed to the job site. Or the circus. Blue passed before his time, is why them kids don't dress right. Blue knew how to dress. Right about that one, Keith. Sad the way the kids turned out, but forget all that. You two are lucky to be stumbling in here while I'm sitting here. You're in the company of a top-rated professional sleuth, and I happen to have a bit of information. What is it? Is it about Blake? This ain't got nothing to do with Blake, for once. This more, you know, mysterious. You like mysteries? LeBlanc, please. Time is of the essence. Cool your heels, I'm getting to it. Now I see why Kate kicked you out to the curb. That is not correct. Save your battery life, I'm just playing with you. Tell you what, why don't you get me a drink so we can talk? What you need? Need a beer for your boy. Lord help me, another sat buying that lowlife a drink. Alright, spit it out. Might need you to buy me a little snack too, seeing as my wallet's all the way out in the car, but this is enough to get us going. So alright, where do I even start? Your mama ever tell you about me? Nah. Nothing? I mean, shit, she must have said something. A hard-nosed detective, charming and mysterious? Give it up, Brett. Alright, alright. I'm sure I came up. The problem is, you got a piss poor memory. Us investigators, we got keep our memories sharp. No, I can't actually burp on command. I feel like I might actually vomit if I try at the moment. But while you don't know me, I know a lot about you. I grew up in this town, you understand? My cousin Susie's ex-husband knew your daddy when he was still at the plant. And Catherine? She was a few grades above me at Sacred Heart. I knew her since I was a boy. Everyone around here knew Catherine. She was always getting herself into trouble, always drawing attention to herself. People say she was kin to Jesus. Or Jesus? Old man lived behind loops would say that. Talking about Pawpaw. Yeah, Pawpaw. Been years since I thought about him. What you could say about Pawpaw. He'd whisper some bullshit and get everyone into repeating it. Wasn't all bullshit. Saying a coon-ass like me, a child of Christ. You know that's bullshit. We all Christ's children. Not like that, Gus, you know what I mean. Like, literally. I'm not interested. Damn, well, alright. Catherine never noticed she was off on her own planet, wild as she was. Pawpaw never wanted to be seen. He was watching Catherine, but she weren't watching him. Blue wouldn't let no man like that near her anyhow. You got a point there, Keith. You'd be foolish to get in Catherine's way. Where she went, trouble followed, but I admired her, and she admired me. Sure about that? She never said much, but I could tell. Okay. My man's living his sexy Columbo delusion. She only talked to you when she needed a free hand, Brett. Like how she did all she could to get my attention. I just had too much respect for Blue, couldn't dishonor the man's memory. The bartender shakes his head. Sometimes you make me sad. Don't mind Gus. I always been the handsome one, and he gets jealous. Made me forget what I wanted to tell you. Oh, that's right, your house is out near the fence line. Well, that's right behind my place of business. Got a window that looks out in the yard, more or less. This is a pretty long story, and like I was saying, I ain't got my wallet with me. And you want us to buy you another drink? That's a real generous offer, Robot, but thank you for that. Unbelievable. So you wanted some snacks. What's it going to be this time, folks? Another for LeBlanc. Word of warning, he'll bleed you dry. This is the cheap stuff. I ain't complaining or nothing, I'm just making an observation. Tastes like dog piss. Real important information I'm trying to share here. Valuable, you might say. And you buy me the cheapest beer in the house. A little rude, maybe, but that's okay. That ain't no problem. So listen here, this is what I wanted to tell you. My office window looks out on your mum's yard. I'm always keeping an eye on the street. This was a little ways back, right after Catherine passed. I was looking out there on the street, like I do, and I seen these shield security types leaving the house. They was carrying a box. You saw a shield security leaving Catherine's house with a box. That's what I'm saying, robot. They were walking out the front door with a box, casual as can be. And where the hell were you? Ain't you some kind of security robot yourself? What would SHIELD be looking for? Hell if I know. Laura St. Clair, the regional CEO, they got over there. She always took a bit of an interest in your mama. I hear she's a loose cannon. Why would she be interested in my mum? Everybody was. He's right, everybody wanted what was in her head. What makes her a loose cannon? That's just what they say. Talking about Laura, piece of work, that woman. Surprised she hasn't run the whole operation into the ground. Only reason the board keeps her on deck is because of her father. A lot of people want her gone. Who's her father? Thomas St. Clair, founded Clair Bionics. They made robots just like your friend here. Hell, Million might be St. Clair unit, might be a St. Clair unit herself. Anyhow, man's rich as can be. Thomas St. Clair is a servant of the devil. There Gus goes with his bullshit. Not bullshit, it's truth. Alright Gus. Enough about Laura St. Clair. Why didn't you stop the SHIELD agents? Well, because I was busy. With? You know, just busy. Who cares with what? When are you ever busy with anything? All the time. I can hardly get a minute to relax. Then what were you doing? I told you I was looking out the window and I saw them SHIELD people. So answer the question, Brett. You see these people breaking into a home. You're always coming around here bragging about stopping the bad guys. If I wasn't so busy, I might have killed them. Sometimes I wonder if half these stories you tell. Ask around town. Everyone knows I'm a killer. They're just fantasies you make up to convince yourself. I was taking a shit. The detective smooths his tie as a moment of silence settles over the room. The window is next to the toilet. I'm always watching the street because I have irritable bowel syndrome. And even started wiping when I see them SHIELD dudes, alright bruh? Would you run down Apple Street with poo all over your ass? The man closes his eyes and shakes his head slowly. I take that as a no. You wouldn't. Nobody would. You got to have a clean ass to fight crime. Everyone knows that. That's good. It's almost a Disco Elysium detective. Nice. Had I been done wiping, I guarantee you they'd be dead right now. I'm serious. Alright, that's enough. Before you go, I got one more thing. I'm hungry. Would be a real nice gesture of appreciation if you brought your informant something to eat. And circle back afterwards, I might have a little more information to share. You mother... What now, old boy? Got hungry? Yes, actually. Suck a ball on every day. Good for business, I guess. Alright. What's your deal, Keith? I don't see how anyone can believe the crap media has been putting out these days. It's all lies meant to divide people. Working people. See for yourself. It just to the TV. That why you're making your website, Keith? To set the record straight? You know that's right. Should have mentioned I don't care for the fries here, but that's okay. I ain't complaining. Just would have liked me a sandwich is all, but forget all that. What's important right now is you understand what I told you. It's all SHIELD thugs leaving the box. No telling what. They got a headquarters deep inside the refinery in that old plantation house where the real action happens. If I had to guess that's where they'd... If I had to guess where they were heading, that would be it. So Keith, you getting all this? Every word. Keith's making himself a little news website. What's the name going to be, Keith? I got a few ideas in mind. You just like duck, bruh. Duck used to be a news junkie too, digging up dirt on all the bigwigs. That was before the cancer knocked him on his ass. Some people just want to know the truth. You been by to see Duck, Kay? Man could use visitors. Not yet. You better go see him. That old boy knows shit and no one else does. Where is he? What you mean? Kate must have took you to see Duck 1,000 times. Just think about it for 2 seconds. Perhaps LeBlanc is right to suggest that we visit him at some point. Perhaps? Oh yes, quite. Why do you talk like that? Did they make you in England or something? You sound like like a queen. Thank you. Weird ass thing. Anyhow, figure I'll be seeing you two again. Good luck. Excuse me. Alright, that's fine. If we were to attempt getting into the refinery to reclaim your mother's possessions, we'll need help. LeBlanc may know where to find it. LeBlanc suggested we visit Duck. It's good advice. Do you recall where Duck lives? There's a fugitive hiding along the Batcher. Yes, we saw him mentioned on the news, allegedly an oil pirate. Are oil pirates common? Increasingly so. The pipeline network in this region is largely unmonitored. Biomics and others are developing new technologies to address this. Maybe he can help us get into SHIELD? That's reasonable to assume. Alright. We need to find a way into the refinery. Yep. Let's put a team together. Okay, there's LeBlanc and there's Duck. An old friend of your mum's, your memory of him is scattered and vague. Where does he live? Try to recollect. Let's go with his face. Brief, generous smiles, but otherwise placid, expressionless. Always happy to see him. His health took a turn before you left, a bit of lethargy, irregular breathing, sores on his legs. Your mum brought him food on days when he was unable to stand. His son, dead at 14, an explosion in the yard. Natural gas leaking from a pipe, something caused the spark. Pipeline. Across the property to the SHIELD's chemical annex, there's only one neighbourhood along that fence line, what's left of it anyhow. Small fragments of his home pass through the black ink of your mind. The perennial accumulation of dust, the damp curtains and pile of cans on the kitchen table, and those refinery shadows of the little slab bungalow. Duck lives and dimes. Alright. Alright. Later. This is taking another unusual turn. Erica told us Blake was heading here yesterday evening, but the bartender says that Blake hasn't come by in weeks. Something may have happened on his way here. LeBlanc says that SHIELD has a stolen box of your mother's possessions. If nothing else to go on, we must retrieve the stolen items and hope they point us towards your brother. Accessing SHIELD's headquarters won't be easy. With our assistance, perhaps impossible. I suggest we recruit help before attempting it ourselves. Alright, so dimes, which is... that's dimes there. This must be his place here. SHIELD's chemical annex sits a small distance from the house. Windows boarded up, nothing in there. Yeah, go to the door. House is partially boarded up. You assume it's an artifact of hurricane preparation that has since become a permanent fixture. Hey buddy. Not the first ones to come through here, toppling all over my shit in the dark. Since the buyout, people think this neighborhood's always the way This neighborhood's all the way empty. Come around looking for a copper. But you wouldn't do that, not that thing, kind of thing, okay? Not like your brother. How's it been, Duck? How's it been? About how it looks. I made such a mess with that head drive, just trying to keep myself out of trouble, till it's my turn to go. You mentioned a buyout? Must have noticed coming in. The houses are all gone. People here have been fighting with S.H.I.E.L.D. all their lives. They got a little momentum on their side after the last explosion. Papers were making S.H.I.E.L.D. look bad. But hell. We were here first. S.H.I.E.L.D. moved in. We suffered. Gas leaks, noise, explosion. Can't grow my vegetables out in the yard. Just won't grow. I never cared to move, but I knocked on doors for it anyhow. If S.H.I.E.L.D. had never dropped in on us, my little plot of land would be worth something. Number they put in front of me, I said I would piss on it. Could have sued after Reese died. I just didn't have the energy for it. Now I'm the last one left in dimes, so... Sorry about Reese. It's history. Most days I can't remember his face, if I'm honest. When you fill out the survey at the head drive clinic, they ask you to write down memories, control points, they call them. Couldn't stand to write out his name. It'd be painful. I skipped his memory. I regretted it at first, but I'm thankful for it now. It'd be a lot worse if that monster carried a piece of my boy inside it. Head drive? I unleashed it. The monster. Super Duck. Calls itself. That just to get to me. Just to piss me off. My fault. That company made it for me. I should have known from the get-go. They only do their business at night. Found out later they don't even have a license. Your mother went to the same clinic for hers. I tried to warn her. The junk that was in my brain. He begins to laugh. It's spreading around like a virus. It's even in the trees. I told your mother, don't get messed up in any of that. She said to be... Okay, I wish I could scroll through. Right. Oh shit. So you kept up with my mum, right up until near the end, okay? She lived like she wasn't sick. She never quit. But I could see it wearing on her body. Took a toll on her body. Started in her liver, they burned it out. Or maybe it was the end of it. Before you know it, they found a little in her lungs. She was still going all over town, walking up and down the airline lake like some kind of bag lady. Figured she thought it would go away if she ignored it, but that didn't work out for her. Once it came for me, it never did quit. Been getting swords, cramps every day. Can't keep nothing down. Tried to tell her that. Said, Catherine, this is not the kind of thing you can work off. Think she listened? By the time it got to her brain, that was all there was to it. No more working, no more doing nothing. But she had already gotten fed up with... wish I could back read. Hurts my heart thinking about it, but what can you do? No hiding from God's will. Trying to get into the refinery. Not a good idea, Kay. What for? I stole my mum's stuff. Well, that's interesting. Regional executive, she took a particular interest in your mother. Why? She wanted to know the things Catherine knew, I suppose. Mother was out in the lake. She heard S.H.I.E.L.D. or somebody was building some kind of rig out there. She wanted to find out for herself. She didn't find out what she was looking for, but she found something. It sounded to me like her medication was messing with her head, but she insisted it was really real. Some kind of UFO. It followed her for nearly a mile. Anyway, the CEO they got at S.H.I.E.L.D. She's about as far out of her mind as your mother was. She must have caught wind of all this. Catherine got to be careful in her old age. Paranoid even. Important things she kept hidden. Whatever S.H.I.E.L.D. stole, it wasn't nothing important. But you want to get... But you want to get it back. Okay. I want to Google this. NORCO. Back read. Game. because Norco's a real place. Thing. This looks like a setting I've accidentally turned on. I know notes. No, that's not important. Dialogue settings. Okay, we'll change that to compact, I guess. What I really want is the ability to scroll up and look. Oh well, can you help us get in? I'm going to regret telling you this, but I've been sitting on it for so long I've been dying to tell someone. I don't know how she'll manage to do it, but they fucked up. They brought out this neighborhood, and ever since they did, they put me behind the firewall. I've got a computer terminal back there. Every time I boot it up I get a view on the inside. Not like I know what the hell to do with it. Clicked around a bit and just got myself lost, can hardly read the screen. Computer's back there in my little library, have a look. Whatever you do, Kay, I'm careful. I'm asking you to be careful. Questions about the mum. This monster, was my mum working for it? Hate even thinking about that thing. It knows I'm here dying while it grows and grows. Big disgusting toxic birds sprouting from the ground all over the region with teeth and hands and all kinds of shit. Unbelievable. Turns my stomach. But you know what? I won't be the first to die. Hell no. It roped your mother into some lunacy. Wouldn't tell me the details. I couldn't get a single word out of her after a point. Did you attend the funeral? I planned to. Arranged for my godchild to pick me up and everything. But the day of the service I couldn't hardly walk. Heard from a couple of people it was a beautiful one. For all the bridges she burned, there were plenty of people had nice things to say. Even a few of her colleagues from the university showed up. The ones who got her sacked. I know that had chapped her ass. They buried her with the fake little ring she always wore around her neck. She always... Fuck. The ring she wore around her neck was fake? You don't know the story? Kinda funny if it weren't so sad. Your granddaddy wanted to prove he was from royal stock, so he broke into a pawn shop up in Airline and stole the biggest ruby he could find. Went around telling everyone it was from the old world. Said it travelled from France to Nova Scotia and down to Mississippi. Well, it was a bunch of bullshit. He ended up in Angola for it, though they never did find the ring. Catherine took it to an appraiser one time. It's a zirconia, fake piece of jewellery. After that, everyone started calling him King Pierre. They laughed him out of crevasse. Mum was fired from the university? Sure, you were young. Couldn't have been too long after Blue Pass. She lied up and down to get the job. Nothing special, just community college in the city. But that's Catherine. Never wanted to play it straight. Suppose Blake took after her in that respect. Okay, enough about them. To the library. Trophy sitting atop the bookshelf reads Junior Champion Reese Richard, St. Charles Parish. I had to click to continue that, but strange ornamental box. You attempt to open the box, it's locked. Good. We've got a printer and a ephemera. Collection of bills, letters and photographs are pinned to the board. Photographs of various industrial and infrastructural landscapes that you recognise from around the region. The Gasmar aluminum refinery, the grain elevators downriver, the airport control tower. The head of a buck is mounted to the wall. Printer. A printout containing the letterhead of a law office in Meteore sits in the tray of the printer. Mr. Richard, after carefully studying the circumstances of the buyout, we recommend that you proceed with relocation. Shield is not legally obligated to provide you with an easement. You might find yourself trespassing on private property when leaving and returning to your home. Man, what a crock of shit. Books. You peruse the titles on the bookshelf. US Army Corps Anomalous Light Report. A report on the levitating spheres of light witnessed by multiple onlookers above Camp Memory and Bonnet Carrier Spillway throughout the spring of summer. Blah blah blah. Careful survey of the soil content conductive to formation of confined pockets of gas that, given exposure to sufficient heat, may ignite. These spontaneous incidents of combustion were likely mistaken for floating luminous spheres. Pigman. Some claim that the Pigman is a type of grunch who hides beneath the interstate bridges that cross Lake Pontchartrain. Legend has it that if you bring the Pigman a gift, he will return a gift to you in kind. We're going hunting for a Pigman. A computer console with a large trackpad and magnified display. Pass your finger over the trackpad, waking the machine. Shield security terminal is displayed on the console. Use the terminal. You sit before the shield terminal display. Oh. Getting tired from reading all that. This is a map of SHIELD's Sentinel drone security fleet. The entrance to the refinery is in Zone A. If we want to gain access, then we need to clear the Sentinels from this zone. Currently three drones patrolling Zone A. Perhaps there is a way to relocate them to other zones. Choose the destination from the neighbouring boundaries of the selected zone. What, they can only have... have 3 per zone. Is that it? Select. Look at D. Go to E. Seems there is a precaution in place to prevent any zone from being unsecured, but there may be a way around this. No zone can host more than 3 zones. When one zone contains no drones, a neighbor, maximum capacity neighbor, will relocate a drone to its unsecured neighbor. This means that when removing the last drone from Zone A, there must be none of its neighbors at maximum capacity. Okay. So let's see. C is still at maximum capacity. That reset in progress. Seems you're only given 10 control operations before the system resets. No security area Blah blah blah. Okay. This is the puzzle. Oh fuck. Okay. I don't like the way this controls. Okay, I see. Is there a way to reset this? Here we go. So these all need to be 2. Okay, so U into H, move H into I, move E into F, then A into E. A zone alert, a zone unsecured. Drones have been cleared from the entrance area of the refinery. I suspect this will be helpful. Nice, okay. Save. Go find the dude at goes over by the Dimes discount. Yeah, over by the Badger. Hey, you've got a gun. I'm here for you. Ever if you see a dog, little black pits, green eyes, you see her, you send her this way. She answers to pots. You're the one they're looking for? Well, so what? Like you make the news? They want trouble, here I am. You see that dog? You send her this way. Alright. You won't talk to me until you get your dog. Okay. Grab a bag of dog food. Need to drag it onto. Scan the dog food. Thank you for your purchase. Oh, the dog doesn't seem to be here. Knock, no answer. Okay. No, not there. Try home. Cat. Not seeing a dog around. Floodgate Tavern. Yeah, let him relax, okay. Good for now. You two knuckleheads managed to figure out what Shield was looking for? Come and tell me. Good detectives should know what's going on. No, he'll leave. How's the dog gonna be? Dimes discount, dimes. Maybe he's around here somewhere. Hey, Doc. You pour a heap of dog. Pour a heap of dog. Nice, good job. You pour a heap of food onto the ground before the dog. She laps up the kibble and follows behind you as you step away. Bro, it's the dog. Love that dog, bro. Love dog. Dog good. Love dog. Dog dog. Oh, there we go. Potts, you brought back my pot liquor. She was having me worry. Potts now. She tough as they come, but Lucky thought they had her. He reaches down and pets the dog behind the ears as she pants eagerly. He regards Million. So robot, you look familiar. You a clear bionics unit? No. Alright then, just thought you might fill Lucky in on a little gossip. What gossip's that? Laura St. Clair, she's one unusual character turning that refinery inside out on some wild goose chase. What? What I was hoping the robot might tell me. But anyhow, they call me Lucky. I stick around here. You need help, you find me. Help is what I need. That right? We must infiltrate S.H.I.E.L.D. to retrieve some stolen property. We could use a hand. I done got past them fences more than I can count. That's a good time. Even got me a couple of grenades in my bag. Lucky will come. You can count on Lucky. Now that there are so many of us, we'll need a truck to get around. Let's return to the house. I hope to finish repairs quickly. Alright. Yeah, we got a full party going. Maple Street and home. Backyard. I'll be finished shortly. Lucky waits beside the truck. Good dog. Alright, Lucky. So this is Miss Madre's house then. Lucky knew your mum a bit. How so? She was around, seen her a time or two. She wouldn't know a friend to the companies neither. They'd like to have her dead. Do you worry about yourself? He squints, grimaces, shakes his head a bit. Nah, these companies want to get off the oil. Too much trouble. What do you mean? They put them wind turbines out in the Gulf, and now they're building a brain. A brain? Oh, everybody will know they're building a brain. All the refineries is doing that. Going to hook them all up, make a bigger brain. But that ain't enough to outsmart Lucky. Lucky's smarter than any big brain you can dream up. They're going to use it to find fuel out in space. Best of luck to them. Ain't nothing wrong with trying to make a buck. Why get in their way? Lucky ain't in nobody's way. Everybody like Lucky just fine. Didn't you blow up an oil pipeline? He maintains a neutral expression as he watches the tree line. Lucky done blowing up all kinds of shit. People think Lucky hates S.H.I.E.L.D. Lucky don't hate S.H.I.E.L.D. He just like causing trouble. Without S.H.I.E.L.D. ain't nobody have a job in this place. But here come that robot. We best get moving. You want to talk more, just tap me on the shoulder. I finished repairing the truck. Shall we attempt to access shield? Let's go. Monkey flies from the bed of the truck as Million speeds down the highway. I hate it. My monkey is gone. Million raises her voice through the rear window of the cab. I'm relieved I was able to get this truck running. 2 pistons needed to be replaced. Dismiss. Lucky. Lucky shouts over the noise of the highway. What you got, Kay? What do you know about shield? Lucky know all there is to know. What about it? How long's the facility been here? Shield came early. All this area was plantations. Wasn't no money in that after slavery. Got all that oil right there in the Gulf. Oil companies come and get the land cheap. River connects straight to it. Whole operation down here used to be run from their central headquarters, then they split up to get around some laws. Now you got this regional corporation with Clear on top. Yeah, they regret that idea. Tell me about Laura. Laura's the regional executive Shield of NORCO. Board of directors appointed her because of Thomas, her daddy. They was thinking they get her daddy. Now look how that worked out. She done lost her mind, and Thomas, he don't want nothing to do with her. What do you mean? Well, it's in all the newspapers. She's been sending survey teams out into the lake. Why she's sending them out there don't make no sense. That area of the lake, they ain't got no oil, no salt domes, whatever it is she's looking for. Ain't much to do with oil. What about Thomas? Thomas started the company that gets all the security contracts around here. Got his degree from LSU, moved to California to make robots. Man's a billionaire. Shield board of directors appointed his daughter, thinking they could get his expertise at a discount. They ain't knowing the drama back then, but they sure know it now. Thomas Lee disowned his daughter. Some say they even tried to kill her. He said they're building a brain. Shield trying to find a way to get off the oil. Too much politics in it. What they want to find is minerals where there ain't no people. And where's that at? Points up at the sky. Out in them stars, but you can't go flying around up there without a big brain. Why they're hoping to get Laura's daddy, but too bad for them. Okay, enough about Shield. From around here? Lucky come from Bayshore, right up the river. But he done travelled the land, walked to Knoxville, sailed to Mexico. Lucky done this a good piece of this world. Done seen a good piece of this world. How long you had Potts? Potts been Lucky's sire for 2 years. Found her pregnant beneath a car one day. Couldn't stand to see her like she was. Met a man with some land, wanted the babies. Thought we'd part ways eventually, but should. Guess I got used to her being around. She returned all I did for her many times. Right, guess we're going to Shield. Hello guards. There's sentinel drones around. Once we clear these 2, we're in, okay? Let's do it. Man nods. Select fighter. Okay, Lucky. Back and heal. Lucky's resting. Okay, Million. Okay, heal. Okay, I'm about to turn. the auto combat on. This kind of sucks. Nothing much to it. And them sentinels not around, they let you they more or less let you walk into the place. Take a big look at that fella. Great mover, hell of a machine. Could really put on a show with one of them. Like you're just thinking out loud. Get to it, eh? Refinery's ours. Okay, I think I've accidentally disabled auto. That's auto. Okay. Must have accidentally clicked it. Catherine, you made it to this warehouse with the big bird. I sure did. Okay, then this is Super Duck. We have a job for you. It'll pay. It will solve some problems before you die. Tell us. No stranger to the network, yours, Sister Catherine. Yes. Catherine, in the lake you saw the stone. We saw you see the stone, but we want the stone. But it has evaded us. Super Duck is what else? A network. A system of signals, wireless communications of locusts and frogs, cypress roots, disease vectors, internet of flesh, biomimicry. Biomimicry, ooh, what a cool word. Internet of internet, radio towers. Distributed AI, distributed birds in flight. Super Duck saw you see the stone because Super Duck was an eagle in the sky. The stone is a sky thing that many want, but it reveals itself to no one. No one except for you, Catherine. It followed you through the lake. It loves you. It seeks you. It will submit to you. But we must act fast. Shield wants the stone. Clear Bionics wants the stone. Super Duck wants the stone. And John has the stone. John. Everyone hates John. Everyone follows John. Influencer, dopamine fiend. Convinced himself he has faith in God. Convinced others even. Some young and idealistic, some old and bitter. These are the Garretts of John. You'll find them gathered in the bells of the Promenade Mall in Kenner. John has hidden the stone in this forgotten place. He'll use the stone in an attempt to fulfill his prophecies, but his are prophecies of a fool. Got it? Go get me my shiny stone. Hurry, before you die. I want to eat it. Have a good evening, you two. Alright. Now even then, got some quack. Can you please explain to me what... Oh wait. Sorry, go. You go. What was that? What was what? There's a bird with teeth the size of my head living inside that warehouse. Yeah. That ain't normal to you? No. But I mean, I've seen some stuff in my life. Me too, but... What's this stone? He said it loves you. What was all that about? I don't know. I saw a drone or something in the lake. Why does he keep calling it a stone? Stone, drone, I have no idea. I was a little distracted. Well, I need you to start paying attention, or neither of us will be getting paid tonight. I got the gist. Some internet weirdos are living in the mall, and they've got the stone. That's right, Kenner, John and his gang. They're keeping the stone at the old Promenade Mall in Kenner. We need to find a way inside, get the stone, bring it back here. You got that? Go to the abandoned mall, steal the magical stone, bring it to the giant warehouse bird. Couldn't be more clear. Ooh, ah! Sorry about that. Leg cramped up as I was trying to adjust. Love leg cramp. I think I was sitting a bit awkwardly in my computer chair today. Alright. Get stone. Steal it. Magic bird. Easy. Biggest node in the network is inside this building. Alright. Let's get our schizophrenia rideshare ordered. That's downtown. That's the Promenade Mall. Actually, where was that setting? There we go. Let's look for make combat. I don't want to actually do combat in this game. Okay, we've got drainage canal, promenade mall, side lot. Single car sits in the parking lot. A subdivision at the mall's rear is beyond the lot. Hey dudes, that's Keith? Who? Keith Broussard, the guy I went to high school with. Where'd you go to high school? Destrahan. Destrahan's right down the street. Not so odd you'd see him here. In an abandoned parking lot in the rain in the middle of the night. Guess I've been on this app too long. Seems fine to me. Keith? Kate, alright sister, thought that was you. What's up? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm working? Me too, working a case. Starting me a little news website. Oh, it's this guy. Okay. What's the website? What's this website? Ain't got a name yet, still trying to come up with something cool. Keith's News Alert or something like that. I'm just trying to report what's really happening around here. What are you investigating? Tell me about this case you're working, Keith. Trying to get the bottom of what's going on in this mall right here. Heard they got small boys coming in and out. Textbook adrenochrome harvesting facility. Guy who runs the operation looks like about as much of a pervert as you can picture. Kenna John. You got it. Man looks like a slug. What do you know about Kenna John? I know he got his start posting in the comments section of New Orleans News and Views. He'd go in there saying he learned how to speak to God. Got himself some attention that way. Before you know it, this gaggle of boys started following him around. Sick stuff. Guy's a sicko. Alright. I should keep moving, but maybe I'll come back later to see how a case is going. I'd like that, sister. Come pass by. Why, I don't see you around so often these days. Staying busy. Mind me asking you something? Just a little thing I find myself wondering about. Sure. Don't mean for this to be rude, but how come you treated Blue the way you did? One of the best men I ever knew. Why would you ask that? You kept his name. Figure it couldn't have been all bad. Just something I wonder. Well, wonder about something else. Hey, forget I asked. Too busy to be thinking about that right now. You can go be busy, Kate. Didn't mean to rattle you like that. Alright, back to the parking lot. Drainage canal forms a moat around the parking lot, dividing it from its commercial neighbours. Let's see, what have we got around here? Canal. The downpour finds its way into the drainage canal, its water level slowly rising. You know? A fence adjoins the backside of the two strip malls. The crevice between them reveals a smear of light towards Williams Boulevard. Beyond the fence is drive-through chicken, car audio, mattress direct, and water towers and power lines crumbling concrete and traffic signs. Abortive landscape attempts, unkept shrubs, solar-fed Christmas lights, withered and forgotten. Okay. Doesn't seem like much else around here. Alright, let's go. Used to come here all the time as a kid. Same. I knew it fell on hard times, didn't know just how hard. Alright. Find all 3. Earn the badge. Some kind of recruitment video plays on the monitor above the entrance. Imagery flashes across the screen, punctuated by text. 3 geometric shapes. Find all 3. A name tag that reads Garrett pinned on a crayon blue shirt. Earn the badge. A tower circled by scaffolding. Find salvation in the stars. Garrett's. 2 teens speak in whispers behind the gate. Each has a similar bowl-cut lace shoes. Wears a blue collared shirt with a name tag that reads Garrett. The older of the 2 eyes Catherine indifferently. Yeah? Is the mall open? It's been a long time since I've come by this mall. Is it still open? The 2 boys snicker. Not for you. We're trying to get inside. Either of you 2 gentlemen care to help us out into this place? No one's going to help you. You have to help yourself. Is this how you live your life? Walking around parking lights in the rain asking for help? More or less. Time you take responsibility for yourself. Lift. Become strong. Get a new fit. You look like you're wearing a bag. No more soft drinks. I hate soft drinks. Then don't drink them. You need to be initiated before we can even consider letting you in. Initiated how? Humorous. How many readings have you collected? 3. Bullshit, then tell me how many days the arc took to complete. 20. Took, I don't know, 20 days? You have no idea what's going on around here. Guilty. You need to pull yourself together. I can help you, but first you need to help yourself. How? Dad. Dad. Really sad. Listen, John's got an app, okay? You need to install it if you have any hope of making your way in here. Even once you're inside, you'll need the readings to visit the cathedral. Cathedral? The place where the divine object resides. Don't talk about that with Sibs, moron. What's the app called? What app? The one you just mentioned 2 seconds ago to get into the mall. Oh, John Kenner's book. Or no, it's Kenner John's Apocryphon. That's it, Kenner John's Apocryphon. Install that shit. Catherine pulls out her phone. Done. Congrats. You're on your way to being less of a fuck up. Where are you? Oh, okay. What's with the name tags? You work here or? No. Both tags say Garrett. Do you both have the same name? No. Yes. Look, this is all like some spiritual shit. We can't just tell you about it. We did it to taunt Gooch. Dude, come on, she didn't even do the app thing yet. Some spiritual shit. Just do the app thing, then you'll know the truth or whatever. Where are your parents? I don't know, watching Jeopardy or some shit. You got some candy for us or something? Give me a ride to basketball practice. Glad we got this gate to protect us. Alright. Kenner John's Apocryphon. Not collected this reading from Apocryphon. From the there. Words. You have not collected this reading from the Apocryphon of Kenner John. How do we use the app? What do I do with this app? An augmented reality viewer. You gotta find John's sculptures around town. Sculptures? Virtual sculptures, you can only see them on your phone. There's 3. Find the sculptures, scan it with your phone, learn some shit. First is in Bruce's yard. Don't make it easier for her, and Bruce is a Garrett now, show some respect. Each one will give you a clue about the next. You're just giving the whole thing away. You'll not collect them all, Garrett. No need to worry. Yeah, true. That last one's a nightmare. Listen, if you need help, go talk to friend. Who? Just open the Apocryphon app while standing in the parking lot in front of the mall. You'll see friend. Okay. Alright. Talk to friend. I am friend. What are you? I am friend. Need your help. Garrett said to speak to you. We don't know where to find the first sculpture. First reading of John, not far, in a yard. Okay, well, fucking useless. Not gonna be over here, is it? The Bruce's yard? What was that other visual novel, or whatever they had, at least story they had, augmented reality. It was Robotics Notes, I think it was. Eagle Wholesale downtown. I'm ready to retire. A little lost. What's up? I don't know what the hell's going on. No, I'm fine with that. I'm trying to find Bruce. Guess it's over here somewhere. Ah, subdivision. We go from over here. Okay. First reading from the Apocryphon of Kenna John. Early years you spend inside, TV on, Dad blaring the games. Says he keeps Christ in his heart, but it's a lie. Kenna is the only place on earth. Nowhere to go, no one to hang out with. Your flesh is alien, the house is a prison. Only escape is through the fiber lines. Someone in the forums posts a flyer for a show, somewhere to meet people, something to do, whatever. You borrow your dad's car and go. Step into Saints somewheres, and you immediately know these aren't your people, Garrett. You make a few jokes, someone calls you a Nazi. You throw the first punch, things spiral out of control. You're outside bleeding, pushing someone's face into a trash can full of Go cups and beer bottles. The scum are screaming at you to stop, but you don't. Someone knocks you over the head with a floor jack. You fall to the ground, they think you're dead. You're unconscious for 10 days. You wake up with a slouched mouth on your left side, determined to ruin everyone's life. You watch the forums closer now. You call the cops on the next show. And the next show. And the next show. You get a place shut down for a while. You didn't let up. Good job. Fuck the scum. Alright. 4-door mid-sized SUV. An older model well maintained. Light pours from the partially opened garage door. Catherine couches and peers beneath the garage door. Sports commentary blares from the television in the corner. She studies the space beyond the threshold. Compressor, ice chests, tackle boxes, stacks of cardboard, buckets of bolts and welding scrap. Kitchen supplies, a butane stove. Laundry baskets filled with cans of cat food, an old candle burned to its base and tipped onto the floor. More shit. More shit. Go inside. What are you doing? Just... Catherine steps into the garage. Wait here. Catherine regains her posture beyond the door. The man doesn't notice her. Remain silent. Sports commentators analyze the touchdown. The man watches with rapt attention, his head craned. Hello? The man looks back and jumps in his chair. What in the... Catherine lifts both hands, palms out. Sorry to startle you. The hell are you in my garage for? This is about Bruce, isn't it? Yes. Ever since he got himself mixed up with that internet freak, people like you have been coming by asking about him. But I keep saying the same thing. I don't talk to him. Can't even get him on the phone no more. We work together at the plant in Norco, but he goes out of his way to avoid me. Of course he landed a computer job while I'm busting my ass with a torch all day. Won't even look his daddy in the eyes. My kid, she left, never came back. It's hard. Hard alright, can't focus on nothing around here. Always waiting for him to call. Even started digging through all these boxes looking for the little stuffed monkey you'd carry around as a kid. Sounds just like my daughter. Figured I could give it to him as some kind of peace offering. What would you tell him if he never came back? If he ever came back? Hell, I don't know. Get some sense? Guess I'd say, Bruce, you're my boy, and this here is your home. Wouldn't turn you away for nothing. That cult shit, that Garrett shit, let it go. Just come back home. That's what I'd say. If you see Bruce, will you tell him that? Hell, you can even record it and hang on to it until you see him. He blocked my number. I can't get a word to him. I don't have anything to record with. And come back when you do. I'll repeat it. I ain't got no shame left. Now go. Get out of my garage. Okay. The second one's in Saint somewhere. Saint somewheres. Okay, cool. Probably not outside, it's probably inside. Yeah, okay. Dumpy dog customer. Door guy. Small group. What's up, Dumpy Doggo? My stomach still doesn't. Hey, it's you! That hot dog finally catch up to you? This past couple of hours has been the worst experience of my life. Why'd you let me eat that thing? Because I had to. Nothing personal, just something I had to do. You're a bad person. After you left, my stomach started screaming. You know how hard it is to find a bathroom in the French Quarter? But you found one. That's good. No, I didn't. I didn't find one. What did you do? You don't want to know. No, I want to know. I want to know that you pulled trail and just squirted all over a alleyway. Yes, I do. Oh, but I do. You give me bad vibes. You know that? You want to know how I dealt with an insane explosive diarrhea that I got because of you? Is this some kind of power trip or something? Do you go around coaxing young men into eating old grey meat most nights, or is this a special occasion? Special occasion. And then you follow them around to see where and how they took a shit? That's what you do with your weeknights? Yes. I'm here, aren't I? Alright, fine, I'll tell you, but just remember that you asked. So after you leave the French Quarter, I'm standing there with flannel lace, enjoying my second hot dog. I can tell something's wrong in my stomach. I run up the street to use the bathroom at some tourist trap, but the bouncer throws me out right when it's my turn in line. By that point I'm desperate. I unlock my bike and start riding home as fast as I can, nearly run over a couple of pedestrians. I'm on Elysian Fields in St. Claude. Major intersection, tons of traffic backed up for about a quarter of a mile because of an accident. I know that I'm going to shit myself. It's coming. I'm in the state of complete panic. If I shit right there, dozens of people will see it. I need privacy, fast. There's a stretch limo Hummer pulled on the side of the road with a couple of people hanging out on the sidewalk next to it. Looks like high school students. Maybe they're getting ready to go to a dance or something. They're all congregated on one side of the limo, like a sidewalk. Like on the sidewalk. I'm on the street on the opposite side. So I drop my bike right there into the street and sneak into the limo as quietly as I can. No one's in there, they're all outside. I don't think twice, I just pull my pants down and let loose, you know? There's a lot of it, it's taking a while. Should I keep going? Still enjoying yourself here? Yes. Please, continue. You're disgusting. So anyway, while I'm there, the kids shut the door, the driver climbs in, and all the lights at the rear of the limo go out. I guess the driver was just dropping the kids off downtown, I don't know. But at this point, it's just me and him. There's a tinted window that divides the cab from the rear of the limo. It'd be pretty hard for the driver to see me with the lights out. He gets on the phone, calls his wife or girlfriend or whatever. While he drives away, he thinks the limo is empty. He's got it on speakerphone. I can hear the whole conversation in the speaker right next to my head. First thing he says is how bad those kids stink. Said he'll never drive young kids like that again. Said they smell like baby diapers. Then he starts like having phone sex. I'm not joking, they immediately launch into it, saying that they want to do all this stuff to each other. Not like that's the biggest deal in the world, but for reasons I won't get into, I just didn't want to be in there anymore. Try to open the door, thinking fuck it, I'll just jump out, but the door is locked. I check the others, they're all locked. I crawl up to the window and start tapping on it. Sir, you forgot me. He hangs up the phone, cracks the tinted window a little. Who in the hell are you? He asks. I'm one of the kids, you forgot to drop me off. He starts shouting. What is that smell? What is that smell? My heart is beating out of my throat. I can't breathe. He rolls up the window, calls the police. Again, I hear the entire conversation. Operator asks him what the problem is. He says a man broke into his limo and took a shit in it. Just like that, a man broke into my limo and took a shit in it. They ask him his location. He pulls off the side of the road and waits for the cops. I'm banging on the window, begging him to let me out, saying I'll pay him to get it cleaned up. He pretends I'm not even there. Still care to listen? Yes. Of course. Alright, so here's what gets me. New Orleans Police Department has never showed up to anything on time. Takes them hours to show up to a murder scene, right? Well, squad car pulls up behind the limo within like 3 minutes. At this point I can't even explain to you. I'm having a heart attack. I'm dying. I crouch down behind the door and wait. There's shit everywhere. It's on my shoes, my hands, my shirt. I have no alibi here. The man gets out, opens the door for the police. I spring out of there and just start running. I don't look back, I can hear the cops shouting. I turn into the neighborhood. There's a construction dumpster about a block away. I run like lightning towards that thing, dive in. There's barbed wire, nails, all kinds of stuff. I'm getting scratched up. I don't care, adrenaline is coursing through my veins. I burrow into the heap of trash like a mole and hide. I can hear the police sirens. Squad car stop at the dumpster. They get out, look around, they shine the light right on me. I stay perfectly still, holding my breath. They leave. I wait a couple of minutes. I climb out. I walk here. I take another shit. I'm so sorry. Yeah, well, hot dogs. Oh, what a nice little side story. A small group gossips conspiratorially. The music spilling from inside drowns out all but the vaguest details. A love triangle. Too much whiskey. Someone kicked in the walls in a fit of rage. A man working the door tunes out the cacophony while scrolling through cooking recipes on his phone. No cover tonight, just checking IDs. What's happening tonight? It's bounce night. Bounce night? Yeah. Crowd seems Catherine glances around and then to Dallas. Different than I expect. What's she looking at me for? Just, don't you agree? What, bunch of white kids shaking their ass to bounce? So I'm supposed to give a shit? Didn't mean anything by it. All I listen to is Christmas music. Christmas music. That's it. That's the only thing I listen to. Seriously? I don't even start. Over here having bounce night for a bunch of white kids. So now it's a problem all of a sudden, because all you listen to is Christmas music. Yeah, now it's a problem. That's right. Where are you from, Stinky? Minneapolis. Enough said. Christmas music. It's kind of creepy that's all you listen to. Creepy? I'm not going to listen to you about what's creepy. Whoa, 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 boys. Christmas music is cozy. Helps me relax. That's cool, man. That's fine. God damn. Looking for a sculpture. Looking for one of Kinder John's sculptures. That ring a bell? Are you talking about the douche whose little gang keeps calling the cops on me? Presumably, yes. You don't look like one of those mall Nazis. What's this about? I'm the mother of a Garrett. My son recently got into this stuff. I'm concerned. My condolences. I'm a father myself. Would hate to see my kid get wrapped up in this kind of thing. Anyhow, here's what I know. They've got some game they play on their phone. They stick these devices around town like Easter eggs. They find the devices, scan them with their phone, something like that. Not sure of the details. They had one right outside the bar, so we had the little wall Nazis coming by every night to find it. But then last night, Ditchman came and grabbed it. Ditchman? Who's Ditchman? Lives over by the mall. He's usually hanging around the ditches feeding the ducks. I don't know the guy, but Bell vouches for him, so he must be alright. Sounds like we're heading back to the mall. Why does John's gang call the cops on you? I don't know. They try to get every show I book shut down. Maybe because they've got nothing better to do? Why does Ditchman come around here? If he lives out all the way in Kenner, what's he come around here for? He buys stuff off Bell. What kind of stuff? The man glances down at Catherine's shoes. Why do you care? I'm just looking for a way into the mall. I'll say this, Ditchman gets stuff from here. He takes it back to the mall. I think he's selling it to those little Nazis. Alright. Let's get a drink some other time. Sounds like what we should be looking for is in Kenner now. Guess we're heading back to the mall. Damn it. I want to buy some drugs. Let's see. Promenade Mall. $15 bloody. Electronic device. Small plastic device lies on the bank of the drainage canal. Second reading from the Apocryphon of Kinder John. Leave the hospital and discover face, their immaterial essence. Pray, Garrett. Pray in the closet during the football games. Post prayers to the show forums just to fuck with the scum. That's how the Garretts find you. One's named Garrett, so they're all named Garrett. Some kind of joke, doesn't matter. You're Garrett too, 26 Garretts in all. Garrett worked in the basement below the council chambers. Said they had a closet full of old computers. Garrett plugged one in, used it as a server. That's how Garrett hosted sermons in the sky. He projected visions of a guy he found online. Said he grew up in Kenner just like Garrett. Garrett began watching him too and told other Garretts to subscribe. Soon all the Garretts were watching Kinder John. John summoned his flock to the ziggurat of Promenade Mall and taught them about Christ's hidden nature and the other secrets of faith. Hey, buddy. Well, what do you think about Johnny? Don't you just hate him? A real fuck, isn't he? Can I help you? Catherine dear, it is I who will be helping you on this night. I knew you would come to see me, waiting in the ditches. Waiting, no trouble there, child. Happy to do it. Need to access the mall. Here I am, delighted to assist. The man eyes the ring hanging from Catherine's neck. And you even wear the stone of the Magdalene, just as herself wore it. You are the image of her beauty. You, why are you here? We were neighbours once upon a time, don't you remember? Only come to help, as neighbours do. Catherine shakes her head. What is this? It is my responsibility to guide you, and to watch over the children. I've been to see Kay, she is well. Excuse me? Can you tell me what this is about? It's about a boat that can get you into the mall. The Garretts, they favour me over John, that little shrimp, that little sad boy. I'll be your guide into the mall, the sanctum of the Garretts. Aye. Catherine turns to Dallas. This man, I think he's been following me. To help you. To help, I've always watched over you. But Blue, a good man, they say, an asshole. He wouldn't let your poor paw near you. Well, here I am. I came to tell you, you needn't worry about Kay. Keep her name out of your mouth. Because she'll be home, perhaps too late for you, dying, they say, from becoming to being, the philosophers say. Where did you see my daughter? Walking through California, like it were Galilee. Her robes frayed, splendid, divine, a child of Christ. No, not getting in a ditch with this guy, fuck no. No one else in this place to help you. Do you see anyone else? Anyone else who will help? I don't want your help, don't want to be anywhere near you. Stay away from me and my family. Are we clear? I have all the time in the world, Catherine, but you, dear, you do not. I am not here to frighten you, to harm you, quite the opposite. Without my help, there will be no getting into the mall. Patience is a virtue of your pawpaw. I am your only way in. Dallas leads Catherine from the canal. Let's go find this last sculpture. We don't need his help. I know him. Oh god, that's such a creepy whiff. The old man smiles and gives an enthusiastic wave as Dallas glances back towards the ditch. Sounds like a stalker. I just don't know. Seems like this parking lot is full of strange men who know your name. Am I missing something here? What, you think I invited them? I don't know. Maybe? I'm just as confused as you are. No, fuck off. Leave him. Let's see. Downtown memory serves. Clinic, the overpass, City Hall. The guard greets Catherine at the door. Welcome to New Orleans City Hall. No council session this evening. Building's closed. The Garrett sent us? The guard looks Dallas up and down. Nah. We're here because of Ken and John. I've let a lot of people pass through in the evenings, wanting to take a picture from the roof or whatever the hell. None of them look like you two, following my gut here. Does the city know about this? I do what I'm told. You looking for a reason, go somewhere else. We're serious. Training to become Garretts. Why? Need to get inside the mall. That place is boarded up for years. Not anymore, the Garretts took it over. Guard shakes his head. The whole city lost its mind. Listen, there's some funny stuff that happens in this building at night. If you're thinking you can just walk up to the roof, it's not like that. Be careful getting around. One of the generators went dead, the elevator is out, so are the stairwell lights. Catherine enters the building. Here's an elevator corridor with a stairwell. A long unmarked hallway extends to her left. The exit is at her back. Okay. Down the hallway. Catherine wanders the hallway until it terminates at the council chambers. The door is shut. Lobby is behind her. To lobby. It is an elevator corridor with a stairwell. A long unmarked hallway extends to her left. The exit is at her back. Okay, let's go to the elevators. Catherine enters the elevator corridor. The floor display above the elevator reads dash dash dash. The stairwell is ahead. Go to the stairwell. Catherine enters the pitch black stairwell. Go up. Catherine arrives at floor 2. Feel around. Catherine detects nothing of interest in the dark. Go up. Floor 3. Feel around. Nothing in the darkness. Go up. Feel around. Nothing to be felt here. Go up. Floor 5. It's empty. Go up. Floor 6. Finds nothing in the darkness. Go up. Floor 7. Feel around. After some fumbling in the dark, Catherine discovers a doorknob. Open. Catherine enters an unlit office. She tries the light. No power. Window looks beyond Duncan Plaza towards the French Quarter. Leave. Go up. Floor 8. Feel around. Go up. Floor 9. Feel around. Go up. Floor 10. Final level. She sighs heavily. This is killing me. An exit sign casts an obscure red glow over the area. Ahead is a steel door with panic bars. Mounted to the wall beside it is a magnetic card reader. This must lead to the roof. Okay, let's try the door. Locked. Go down. Turn to the ground level. Okay, go down. Fading fluorescent bulb strobes in the hallway to the left. The stairwells are to her back. Go left. Catherine turns the corner and immediately meets the stare of a man squatted on the ground and stuttering in the light of the hallway. Hello. I wouldn't stick around too long. Why? What's that supposed to mean? The man's demeanor remains unchanged. He removes a receipt from his shirt pocket with a note scribbled on the back. He begins to read. On the 7th floor is a planner, but if you don't listen closely, he'll be to the following. He'll hide. In the darkness are hands you must shake. Do so in any order I say. Any missteps and the elevator will clear the mistake. First number in our sequence is the floor above the council chambers. Third most distant from the sky. Oh, okay. This is like a riddle. Yeah. First number in our sequence is the floor above the council chambers. There are 11 floors. One count basement. Our second number is that which makes an even divide. So 1, 6 and the third is just above it, 5th from the sky. If you need help, friend is outside the building. Open the app and he'll be there. Good luck. Cool. Go upstairs. to the elevators. Still lacks power. Floor display winks off before illuminating again. Reads whatever. Doesn't sound like the elevator's coming. Guards said blah blah blah. Stairwell. Okay, go up. On the 7th floor is a planner, but if you don't listen closely to the following, he'll hide. In the darkness are hands you must shake, so do so in the order I say. Any missteps in the elevator will clear the mistake. First number in our sequence is the floor above the council chambers. Third most distant from the sky. It'd be basement, ground, 2. Feels a distinct touch of another's hand. Startling, she gasps, withdrawing her own. Someone is here. Hello? Stairwell was silent, but for the decaying echo of his voice. Okay. There are 11 floors, should one count the basement. Our second number is that which makes an even divide. The third is just above it, 5th from the sky. Okay, go up. Go up. Go up. From the sky. Second number which makes an even divide. An even divide, you divide by 2, right? Two. Yeah, what? Be 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So 1, 2, 5? Hang on. Go up. Okay. That's 2. Okay, that's fine then. First number in 11 floors, should one count the basement. Make second number is that which makes an even divide. That means there's 12? I don't get it. I'm not good with riddles. Reach out hand. The third one is just above it, fifth from the sky. Means it's below. It's 9, so down 1. And shake hand. That's 3 handshakes and nothing happened. I think we got it wrong. Okay, let's talk to friends then. Exit. Done there? Not yet. By coming out too much, people might notice. Okay. Need help because I don't get it. Basement riddle. Yes, said. First number is the floor above the council chambers. Council chambers are on the first floor, so it's on the second floor, so 2. So there are 10 floors in a basement, only 1 floor makes an even divide. 11 floors, 1 in the middle, 5 on each side, so 6. Right? No, because it's not 11. The basement 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 2, 5. Two, 5, 6. Okay. Video game? Hello? Yep, going back in. 2, 5, 6. Okay, elevator. Just the panel. There we go. Stairwell. Up. Chat and shake the hand. Go up. Go up. Go up. Take the hand. Go up. Up. Go down. Constable Catherine towards the floor. She grabs Dallas, attempting to resist. Catherine, it's... The hand jerks her violently to the floor. Dallas attempts to intercept the figure in the dark, but only meets the wall. Hey! He slaps the wall. Tell me who the fuck is there. His echo trails off the extremities of the stairwell. As Catherine looks up from the ground, a light switches on high above them. Dallas, help me out, please. Dallas recovers Catherine from the floor and she hangs her arm over his shoulders. Not in any kind of condition to be doing this shit. I know it. I see a light. She gestures weakly. Up there. I'll carry you. No, it's fine. Let's just go find this planner. Get to the roof. Whatever it takes to be done here. Go up. 7. Into the doorway. Catherine steps into the warm, lamp-like glow of the 7th floor, overlooking Duncan Plaza. Man sits at the desk facing the window. He looks back at Catherine, looks away. Office is closed. Trying to get to the roof. Lana turns in his chair. I see. Any chance you could help? Don't look like the other ones, I'll say that. Excuse me? Where's your shirt? Planner dismisses Catherine with a hand wave and points towards the coat rack near the door. Keycard's hanging on the rack. He returns to his original posture, facing the window. Grabs the keycard. Working late? Planner looks at Catherine over his slouched shoulder. No later than usual. Sorry to bother you. Okay, go up. Go up. Go up. Right door. Exit to roof. And just sit a moment. Of course. Dallas gestures to a nearby air conditioning unit. Let's sit. Getting too old for this. Running around like this on my 49th birthday. What a life. Birthday? Today's your birthday? Today's my birthday. At least it's memorable. No question there. You alright? I'm fine, just needed to breathe a minute. That was strange. Can never be normal with Super. Always got to be some shit like that. Why keep doing it? I don't know. Dallas lifts his hand in resignation. There's not much else really, not anymore. What would you rather be doing? What I'd like to do is be home with my daughter and my grandchild. Where's home? Hollygrove, right near the canal. They started staying with me a few months back. They livened the place up. Kids do that. You got any? A son and a daughter, 2 years apart. Still at home? My younger one can't get him out of the house. But my daughter, she doesn't want anything to do with me. Thought maybe when I was diagnosed she would come around, but never did. Catherine looks towards the westbound traffic. No, she never did. It hurts to be dropped like that. Sometimes it hurts worse or the more time passes. I just know I won't see her before I die, and that, it does hurt. It hurts and then you die. The two of them laugh. Not all bad, I just hope there's something on the other side. There is, I know there is. The ones I hurt and left behind, I'll see them there. I'll get to apologize. Amen. Let me ask you the same question you asked me. Why keep doing this? Not a lot of runners our age. Long story. This is my first time on the app, but things have been interesting. For a while now. I tried to have a straight job once upon a time, but that didn't last too long. Yeah? Why not? Let's just say I lied on my resume. Nearly everyone you meet has a story like that in this line of work. Nothing special about me then. I wouldn't say that. The old man in the ditch thinks you're special. Let him think it. So you figure this last sculpture is around here somewhere? Did something about being in the sky. That's the Superdome. Could be over here. Silly Jimmy's Superdome. They changed it again? What was it before? Pearl Dish Soap Superdome? Hanson Burgers Superdome? I don't know, I lost track. Upriver. Distant traffic glides across the Mississippi River along the Crescent City connection. Oh, there we are. Looking up to the sky. Third reading from the Apocryphon of Kenna-John. New Orleans is a pit and Garrett's stuck in it. New Orleans is the lowest world. A messenger visits John, tells him about the early faithful and now living cavities of the Martian moons. Tells him there's a way to commune with them through the Adamic language of angels and spellcasters and others who know God's mind. There's a chrism, a fluid that John must imbibe. It's in an egg that floats in the sky. John is blessed with a plan to escape the low world's reach. The Garretts must build a spacefaring ark, a vessel which will leave this earth. Having imbibed the chrism, John may ascend beyond the distortion of the low world and listen for the twilight language. 2 Garretts work at Stennis. John appoints them to oversee the task. They are soon to find other engineers sympathetic to their plan. The Garretts labour for 822 days, and in that time the ark is complete. All that remains is the egg which holds the chrism to know God's mind. So is that it? You found all 3. Let's go ask the kids at the mall. Alright. I can't ride share from the rooftop. Okay. I can go to Holly Grove there. Oh, we're off to the mall. Text message received. That message? Catherine will send an advance to your wallet in order for you to complete the mission. Please do not waste our time. Okay. Can't save. Okay. Where did they go? Those 2 little shits, where did they go? L. Why did we just waste our time? We have to get in there. Only one option comes to mind. The creep in the ditch? Afraid so. This night, I hate it. We want to save, just quick. Yes, back. I just say, looks almost like an oil rig or a spaceship. What's up, Paw? We need your boat. Oh, his face is pure glee. How wonderful, a boat ride into John's fucking skull. We'll live inside it. Calm down, keep your distance, lower your voice. We need the boat, not you. The mall, John's skull. John's skull. The boat is just a little further down the canal. Let's go and visit the sanctum of the Garretts. Ooh. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it for now. We're back to K. I do like this back and forth. It gives a good stopping point each time. Although I didn't come up with a like act whatever, so leave it as is. And what's that there? Oh, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for a game I can't quite remember the name of that I was planning on playing, and now need to figure out installation and capturing in OBS. So I'll see you then, same time as the Northern Journey stream would have been. Okay, bye bye.